Good morning, guys. In the last class, we discussed about a small Python program, the first Python program, Hello World. Now we are going to discuss about how to perform the arithmetic operations on the in Anaconda Navigator in the Python programming by using the Jupyter. Okay, I am explain you once again how to launch the Jupyter. You can take the Jupyter, PyCharm, or Spider, whatever the environment you require, you comfortable, you can take that environment. All Python programs are same in any environment. Okay, just to make just click on the launch button. You can get one window. Wait a while. This Jupyter is a browser based IDE, browser based environment. Okay, first 1 minute. You can get this window in the Chrome. The Chrome, you can get this window. Here you can take new for opening a new working area where we can do the programs. Python 3, you can select that. Okay, you can get a new work area. We can do the programs here. Here, observe this. You can rename it. I am making this arithmetic operators. Arithmetic operators. Okay, you can rename it, and you can do the arithmetic operator programs here. This in Java, Python is a simple program. It is less restrictioned programming language. We can do the mathematical operations, whatever it may be, like this. Just 10 plus 20. We can make the addition, and you can run here. Run button is there. If you are going to press this run, the program is to be run, and you can get the output behind that cell itself. Only below that cell itself you can identify the output of that statement. 10 plus 20, there is no restrictions at all in the Python. Okay, whatever you like, what you like that only you can press. That is 10 plus 20, we can get the 30. Okay, this is the how we can use the addition operation in the Python. Like this also we can use this a equal to 10 and b equal to 20. Okay, and you can take the c equal to a plus b and print addition is addition is uh, addition is okay, comma c. Okay, instead of taking this run button, we can directly press the shift enter to get the output. So we can get the addition is 30. Like this we can use this addition operation. We can same like that subtraction operation also we can perform on this one. Here for example, a equal to 50 and b equal to 20. We can also perform this. I will explain you again. A equal to 50, b equal to 20, c equal to a minus a minus b, then no semicolon, nothing. As we observed in the C language, we need to provide the semicolon at each and every statement. But in this Python programming language, no need of semicolon. Okay, sure. Observe this: a equal to a minus b, c equal to a minus b. Just we can print that result. Subtraction is subtraction is see, we can take this 50 minus 20 equal to 30, or for changing the values you can take the 90. You can get the subtraction value is 90 minus 20 is 70. Like this we can make the addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, whatever the operations you need, you can perform on this editors. Here we can also perform the multiplications also. Here observe this. C into B, A into B, C equal to A into B. We can also performs the multiplication. Multiplication of two numbers. Multiplication is, you can press the shift enter. You can get the 1800 as a result, as a multiplication. We can also performs the subdivision operation on the operators. Here observe this, A equal to 9, B equal to 2, and the division is here C equal to A divided by B. Division is here observe this 4.5. You can observe the result here 4.5. Even we are giving that A is also integer and B is also integer, but the result is to be the floating point value. Here in the Python programming, there is implicit type conversion. There is no need of convert from the result, the float values, the real number from the integers. So here no need of typecasting. Here automatic typecasting is there. Some of the automatic typecasting is there, and in some situations we need to convert into the related types. Okay, in the next session we are going to discuss how to identify the type of a variable, type of a value. We can what is the type? Okay, then the next operator, division, after division operator, the next operator is to be the exponential operator. Exponential operator, here we can take the double asterisk. Double asterisk is to be the exponential operator. Exponential is, okay, here observe this. We can get the 9 square. 9 square means 9 into 9. We can get 81. Okay, in the Python programming language, we can use the exponential by the double asterisk. By using the double asterisk, we can use the exponential operator. And here in the arithmetic operators, we can also use this percentile operator, which is a remainder operator. Here, for example, A percentile B. That means A is to be dividing with the B, and the remainder of that expression is to be stored in the C. Remainder is. Here observe this. What is the result? The remainder is 1. Okay, not only this, you can take 3 also. You can get the remainder as a 0, and take this as a 25. And if we take the 3, the remainder is 3. Remainder is 1. And if B is 5, the remainder is 0. If B is this B equal to 10, the remainder is 5. That is 10. This B 10 is 10 divides the A by 2 times. Okay, then the remainder is to be the 5. In this fashion, we can use the arithmetic operators in a Python programming. Okay, here we only discussed about how to print the output only. Okay, I will explain you in the future classes how to take the input from the keyboard also. Okay. The next concept is type and values. Okay, type and values means here what is the data type of the values or variables. For example, if you take the 23 is to be an integer. Okay, how we can identify 23 is a integer is Okay, type. Okay, we are going to use the type function to identify the type of the value. Type of the value. Here type 25 means, here observe this. In the result, we identified that 23 is to be a integer. Okay, like that. For example, type. Okay, here Adoni, ADONI. If you take that, this Adoni is to be a string type. Okay, or else you can take type 3.142. Okay, if you type that, is type is float type. Like this, we can identify the data type of a value. Data type of a value. Same like that, we can identify the type of a variable also. Here observe this. For example, a equal to 10. Now I want to identify the type of data type of a. Here this type a. Okay, here observe this. You can identify that integer. Hence, we can identify the type of a value and type of a variable by using type function. Type specifies the data type of a variable, that is capability of storing which type of the data on that variable, on that value. Okay, this is the type and values of a variable.